Hello, my name is Ty. I am your homicidal chauffeur, and welcome back to Stellaris Federations, where last time we corrected course on the economy while continuing to expand our military capacity, and we also met a few new aliens, and eventually at the end we managed to unlock the Galactic Community. So the first part of the video today will focus on all the new civilizations that we've met, and also how we can manage the new Galactic Community, what kind of votes are going to come up, and what our options are. The first resolution is cooperative research channels. And that sounds like something I want to support, but the Senate is in recess for the next 700 days. But we've also managed to discover a lot more alien empires on the other side of the galaxy. So let's check them out now. It seems we also have some new federations that we've learned about. First off is the Interstellar Coalition. A bunch of religious zealots, it looks like. They don't like us very much, but thankfully they seem to be inferior in relative power. And then we have the Cosmic Treaty Organization. The Penthulan Hegemony seem to like us okay. They're militaristic and materialistic. And they're in a coalition with the Pliff-Plaff Star Hegemony. Those guys are both up here to the north. Also up in this direction is the Gwezibor Unity, who are a muscleoid hive mind. And they have a positive opinion of us. And over on Kruger Oceanum, we're having a problem with worker unemployment. So we have plenty of districts that we can build. I'm going to go ahead and get a generator district in. 2 housing, 2 technician jobs. Hopefully that'll get us a good bunch of energy credits too.
Inbound message traffic.
Commercial pact invitation. The Avterian want to form a commercial pact. Ever feel like your life is all about the have-tos and never about the want-tos? Here at the Avterian Empire, we live for doing things you don't want to do. Enter a commercial pact with us and maximize the meaningfulness of your existence. I think this is going to be a big deal either way. Remember, they are rivals with the Tebazoids, who live right next door. We could use the energy credits though. I guess I don't see why not.
Construction complete.
We're done the research station here in Ialam. Question is, what should we be doing with our construction ship now? Our borders are boxed in. I'm thinking I'm going to send him back to Matsonia for the time being. He'll be down here just in case any trouble starts with the Yonderim. He might need to replace a few stations. And we'll also bring the Danube back to Seoul for similar reasons, I suppose. Also, I've been sitting on over 500 influence, so I'm going to go ahead and spend some of that now. None of these look super appealing to me, but I don't see a reason not to do capacity subsidies, which will increase the upkeep of technicians, but also get us 20% more energy credits. We can't afford to lose any more worker happiness as we're already behind on amenities. And also, I can't afford any more empire sprawl, so we can't fortify the border. Plus, we're only allowed 1 edict to begin with. Also, there's something going on in the Galactic Community. New proposals are in. Regulatory facilitation. Industry leaders are best qualified to identify wasteful regulations that impede productivity. Diplomatic weight plus 20%. Worker pop resource output plus 2.5%, but minus 2% to habitability. Seems pretty popular, to be honest. Or we have pest control. The revolving Tayanki are not only a nuisance, but also a navigational hazard. The presence of these unpredictable creatures cannot be tolerated. Any empire with Tayanki inside their borders are in breach of galactic law until the creatures are destroyed. Alright, I cannot for the life of me recall where the Tayanki are. I thought this was a list of every species that we've encountered in the galaxy, but they're not on here. So I'm not inclined to support that anyhow. I think I'm going to stick with my cooperative research channels. Oh, and the Kelvin with Rudzani Akongo has returned. And just as we finished another archaeological site, Victor Dudnik has leveled up. Illuminate Soraya's workstation is littered with obsessive scribbles about a place called Ixbelen and the horror she fears it transpired there. Judging from her journal, she had intermittent moments of clarity followed by complete memory loss. She writes that if she did not recognize her own handwriting, she would have thought they were ramblings of a madwoman. Piecing together a coherent course of events from her fragmented confessions has proven hopeless. But we have uncovered coordinates for Ixbelen. Set course. And I'm going to send the Kelvin over here to Sirius, where we have another archaeological site.
Construction complete.
And we've upgraded the star base at Sol Station. We have a bunch of new slots opened up now. Let's get an anchorage in here first. And I'm curious how the trade hub works. I haven't done too much with this, to be honest, but we have trade value right here. So I'm wondering 2 links, 1, 2. If we build another hub, will that get us this trade value right there in Maval? Let's give it a shot anyhow. We can always tear it down if it doesn't work. And in Sol for the time being, let's get another resource silo. And can we start to make similar upgrades in Vinjim? 500 alloys. We do have that available. So start on that as well. And a whole lot going on in the Galactic Community. The Readied Shield is actually the most supported proposal. The universe is a dangerous place, and all members of the galactic community should be ready to defend their worlds, whether it be against pirates, space creatures, or the unknown. Naval capacity plus 10, and ship upkeep plus 5%. I'm actually not opposed to that. It's certainly more popular than the research agreement that I'm supporting right now. And I support it more than regulatory facilitation. Let's go ahead and change our support. Can we do both? Yeah, we can support both. And the United Science Compact has formed between the Avtiran and the Uko-Praknar Republic. And I can ask for association status, which is not the same as joining the Federation. Feeling a little bit isolated here. I'm not sure if that's justified or not, but I feel like a lot of other civilizations have allies, and we really don't.
Science Division reports a new breakthrough.
We have breakthroughs in science, though. Unlocks off-world trading company. We'll have to see what that does. We have gene crops, which were finally negative in food, so maybe 20% more from farmers would be good. But also, we have 30 plus 30 naval capacity. I find that hard to give up. So let's go ahead and do that first. We still have plenty of food for the time being. And speaking of the military, we're finally back under our naval capacity, thanks to the building that we've been doing on Sol. So let's go ahead and see if we can build some more corvettes. If we wait till next month, we can afford 3. So I'm going to do that. And there we go, 3 more corvettes in. That'll bring us up to 38.
Science Division reports success.
And once again, we're done in science. This time, an upgrade to our corvette hull points. And finally, I feel like we're getting some real military equipment in. Here we have fleet command limit plus 10 and plus a new ship type, destroyer. Now we're talking. Alright, I don't know what happened, but the Senate is now in session. Seems like everybody is supporting the Readied Shield from the Figure Authority. So when does this go ahead and pass?
Inbound message traffic.
We have a Federation Association offer from the Aftiran. So this is kind of an informal member of the Compact as far as I'm aware. I don't think it makes me do anything other than get some more science in. We'll find out. At least I'm getting some allies. So we won't even really vote on the readied shield for another 1,300 days. So who knows if it will pass. Plenty of time left there. And we have a new building slot in Kruger Oceanum. I think our biggest problem right now is with Empire Sprawl, and considering this as our secondary world, maybe it makes sense to get administrative offices in here that will create bureaucratic jobs, and they will produce administrative capacity. I'm not exactly sure how much, but I think we'll take what we can get. But then also I noticed that I can go ahead and upgrade my reassembled ship to a more permanent planetary administration. And that'll get us a whole bunch of food and amenities and stuff too. And we have finished an archaeological site. The inhabitants had developed an enhanced learning program that ran every night as they slept in their mechanical chairs. It was used to remove unpleasant memories and train new skills. Systematic mine enhancements were mandated by the habitat leadership, but the system was exploited. There were clandestine efforts to delete memories and traits collectively from the population without their consent, and it backfired. They unlearned important skills for their survival and entered a vegetative state. Shortly thereafter, the habitat life support was disabled. So this is happening up here in Aldib, just one system away from the original discovery in Fianita.
Construction complete.
And we've completed the upgrade of Vinjim Station. We don't need another trade hub in here, so I'm going to go ahead and get us another anchorage. And then also let's get the hangar bay in here for a little bit more defense. And what does the Off-World Trading Company do? Produces 2 trade value for each trade hub. So we do have a trade hub here. Let's go ahead and see how that goes. And so that also means back here at Sol, I'm going to get a few more corvettes. And that should max us out for the moment, as we only have 2 fleets. So at the very least, until we get destroyers in, I think we'll be done with the military for the short term. And yes, now that we built the trade hub in Sol, we did get the trade value here in Maval. So confirmation that that worked well. And it's almost time for another election just at the end of the month. Alright, who are the new candidates? Makarova is up for re-election despite being 75. We also have Hugh Zhao, who is a military commander in the First Fleet, at 72. And he is a fortifier, starbase upgrade costs minus 10%, and defensive platform minus 33%. Those could both be useful. Katerina Gambadori is up. She currently does not have a job, but is an explorer and a champion of the people. We could probably use that as our happiness is down a little bit. And Jane Clancy is the young one of the bunch at only 50 years of age, but she's busy governing Terra. She's also good on minerals and an explorer. So probably my preferred candidate would actually be Gambadori. Only 200 influence I can spend to elect her. So yeah, I think I want the science. So I'm going to go ahead and take Gambadori. Can we also, though, reform the government? So I'm getting a lot of unity here from police state and also merchant guilds that I'm not using. I'm going to go ahead and change police state to meritocracy. That'll give us another boost to specialist pop resource output. And then also I'm going to change to democratic. So that will give us an election every 10 years. And I think that's a good place to leave off the episode. We met a bunch of new aliens again. We've continued to upgrade our military and our economy. And we've gone ahead and elected a new leader and reformed our government to be more democratic. So I'm looking forward to this. I'm not exactly sure where the series is going to go from here. I know we're coming up fast on the mid-game crisis, but I'm interested to see how the Galactic Senate plays out. So for now, my name is Ty. I am your homicidal chauffeur. This has been Stellaris Federations. Thank you very much. Please like and subscribe, and have a good night. For the moment, we're in food danger, but that won't last too long. It's not going to go well for you, my friend. I'm sorry. Here's Maddox, and he puts that just inside the far post. Either that, or we'll set off some more aliens, but either way. We can, and that's job done.